So, yes.
So I think right at the end here, we got to the realization that the second victim of a bad haircut is the hairdresser. And so they don't want to give a bad haircut, just like no one in healthcare wants to have an error. And so, you know, you start by not assuming malevolence. They didn't intend to make me look the way I don't want to look. So, you know, how did I contribute to that? Did I maybe say something did I misframe this? Did I bring in a picture that they couldn't change my face? Like, that works well for that person's face, but not me. What did I contribute to this?
So you're talking about an internal process to recognize your contribution to this outcome. And also recognizing the hairdresser doesn't want to give artists. They want to, you know, produce beautiful work. And yeah, that's not necessarily the outcome they want either. Thank you. Any others?
I think recognizing at first that, oh, there's a problem here, and not blaming the hairdresser, but saying, okay, this is not right, and how are we going to fix it? And remembering that it's not life or death, it's hair, and how are we going to fix it? So not blaming, but acknowledging, now we're going to fix it.
So looking at the outcome you want, and it sounds like a collaborative approach rather than, here's my money, I'm just gonna go and cry in my car. Yeah. Okay, so how are we gonna fix it? Yeah, thank you. Any others? Anything from this side? The quiet side. Yes.
Wasn't my comment. This is one of my colleagues at the table here. He said that it's deeper than the hair. There's more going on there than the hair. And so sometimes we go to the hairdresser, we think, I need a pick-me-up. But we really know that that's actually not gonna fix it. So.
Thank you. So some deeper thinking behind motivation. What do I actually need from this haircut? What am I expecting that this haircut's gonna give me? Is it gonna change my life? Is it changing my hair? And if I didn't get the outcome I want, is it about the haircut or is it actually something deeper that I need to look into? Thank you. Any last others?
I have a lot of voice. We kind of realized here, which is a big part of the compassionate tools after, but how many people just don't say anything at all. When their haircut's cut wrong, we just walk out and think, wow. So we went through that too. We just didn't say anything at all.
Okay. So saying nothing at all, is that compassion? Yeah. Might be better than what you might say if you did. So that might be the compassionate way. So what Nicole did, she said to the hairdresser, so the story of this hairdresser is Christmas Eve day. This was the last appointment, finished at 7 p.m. The hairdresser had been working on her feet the entire day, and so Nicole was the last one. So Nicole said, I could see where you were going, because she brought in a photo. I could see where you were going with this haircut, but it doesn't look like you got to where we wanted to go. And the hairdresser's like, why? You look so beautiful. What's going on? She's like, I could see that you did your best. And that's how she left it. And then she's fine now. She's fine. They curled again. So thank you for doing all that. So I guess that was a lighter approach to start to think about, well, then how do we apply all these different ways of expressing compassion into these everyday interactions? So you have a handout, there's, you know, a few questions, a few prompts to help you workshop through how you could move from the current way that you respond to some niggly interactions or an interaction into a more compassionate way. We heard a few different ways, so self-reflection, as well as how we verbalize different things. Also looking at, okay, this is the situation, I accept that this is the situation that we're in, what are we gonna do about it? How can we improve on this or work together to come to a better situation that we're in now? Any final thoughts about what stood out from today? Yes?
Question actually, is there anything different you would do for like a not in person, like an email or a communication where it's not in person? And is it different? Because I feel like sometimes the tone doesn't get conveyed.
Yeah, emails, social media is a very different beast altogether because we don't have tone, we don't have this that we're in, but you can pick up on where a person's coming from through the words that they use and the way that they express information. But in the end, I think for email, it's always curiosity that's going to help us out. Give me more information. I don't have enough information to give you an adequate response. That kind of thing. That's what I would call compassionate response.
I'm just wondering, and I don't know how to really explain this quickly, but I'm a physician and I think I have compassion with my patients, but is it, I have other feelings, like I might see the patient and think I disagree, for example, and I think that what they're suffering from is because of their smoking or their alcohol problem, but I would not say it. I would walk in, smile, hold their hand and try to be compassionate. But it contradicts what I believe inside, but I don't show it to them. But is that normal? Is that okay? Because I still believe that that's why you're in this position, but I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna be your physician. I'm gonna help you through this with the best that I can medically.
Now that's a very big question that is beyond the scope of what we can discuss today. I think actually it'd be good in Peter's session, that's something to bring up as well. I think that there's scope for those kinds of conversations to happen there. So thank you for raising them. Any last thoughts for what stood out from the session about compassion, burnout, our biases, our default way of seeing the world and responding to it? Anything that stood out? No? All right, well, I'll leave it there then. Thank you very much for participating today and making this a very fun, light experience. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nathalie.